And so I'm sitting there and it's just like it was snap of the fingers. I didn't wait for it. I didn't call it in. I didn't go looking for it. It was just this boom came out of show me the heart that is here.
Welcome to Energetics with Kim and Veronica, where we invite you to nourish the energy of your inner why, your inner healing, magic, prosperity, your curiosity, clarity, playfulness. Welcome home. Today we are talking about moving into a contemplation of seeing the heart where we don't see it. I am Veronica, not Kim, but Veronica. I remembered my name this time. And I'm joined by my lovely partner, Kim. Hello, Kim.
Hello, Ms. Veronica. Hi, everyone. If this is your first time watching us, welcome. And if you've watched us before and many times, welcome back.
Yes, we are exploring any conversation that relates to energetics, the inner environment that influences and taps into and creates our external experience in reality. And we always just dive in and we see where we're going to go, and the energy and consciousness directs us. So we're like, we have kind of a topic and we'll see where we land. And I think, one of the things that you and I really are advocates about are the contemplation, right? So it's, we hear so many people speaking and we hear so much wisdom being shared. And in order to find our own truths in that, the contemplation is key. It's not just about, okay, let me take what they've said and write it down and memorize it and spew it out. It's like, okay, let's receive the wisdom, the guidance, the information. Let's contemplate it. Let's contemplate it and allow our soul, allow our truth, allow our being to reveal to us what's true for us. Because again, you and I truly believe that everyone's truth is unique. So we're here to have a conversation and an exploration of concepts and allow that to tickle a knowing within you about your own truth.
As you were saying that, and you were saying, I can't remember exactly how you said it, because that's kind of where I am lately. Like, it's like, what was that? I heard it, I got it, I received it, boom, next. And there's a lot of that going on out there too. So today, what we're talking about is activating that inner environment so that you can see it in your external environment. That's exactly what I experienced. That's exactly it right there, right? And then you mentioned something else, and I was like, yeah, that's frequency work, right? The contemplation piece. Thank you. The contemplation piece that you were just sharing about is frequency work. So yeah, you're not just taking what somebody says and saying, oh, that's how you shuffle a deck of cards. Cool. Okay. Got it. No, that's how they shuffle a deck of cards. What is it for you? And when we do that pause, we are soaking in the frequency of it. And that's where our own experience of the frequency, that's how we get to find out what is that for me, right? Is in that pause. Because it's like, yeah, often we'll hear truth, but there's something that's a little off. Doesn't mean you throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? And we do that with some things too, because it's totally a no for me. But sometimes it's like, yeah, there's something a little bit off with that. Okay, just sit with the part that you do resonate with and just see where it goes. And it doesn't mean the other person is wrong. It just means it's something different for you. Thank God. Right? Thank God, honestly. Imagine if we were all the same.
No, thank you.
I'd be so bored. Yeah.
And so today's topic, it's not a new conversation, right? But it's a new twist, a new contemplation on it. And we recently had an episode where we talked about my experience in healthcare as it relates to my daughter through the past 10 years and how I've chosen to look for the beauty and the love in it. And it's paid back to me tenfold, thousandfold with my experience through the healthcare system. And so taking that concept and kind of translating it to all of life, where can we find the love? And it sounds like a very euphoric kind of like like high five, let's high vibe and find the love in everything and hippie-ish. But there's actually like there's meat here that can transform things if you can really dive into what we're saying here.
Yeah. And because it's an actual experience. Like a lot of people will do this thing of, yeah, prove it to me. And there's nothing wrong with that. So when we have our own experience of something, that creates a frequency that opens up something on that energetic side, on that inside, right? That's what it does. It actually is uh, working with our very own DNA and what our gifts within our very own DNA are. For those who, also understand gene keys or play with gene keys or human design, that'll resonate in that language as well. And so and whether we are aware of those modalities or not, or those teachings or not, doesn't matter. As soon as we have our own aha moment and we allow ourselves to allow the frequency of it, that changes within our very own DNA and our own cellular structure and our own everything. And so that's what we're talking about is, yeah, by finding out what's actually true for you and not going and looking for it under rocks and stuff. Well, sometimes, depending on, I used that analogy and went, oh, that's kind of like looking under the shadow. Yeah, sometimes that's where it's hiding too. But yeah, when we allow ourselves to soak in the frequency of those moments, that's when we're become in alignment with it. There's a lot of talk out there about alignment. What is it? What is alignment? Okay. Is it possible that when I allow myself to pause, even if it's for 10 seconds, everybody's got 10 seconds, and allow myself to soak in that frequency, now I'm being that frequency. It's unlocking something within my very DNA. It's activating. And now I'm in alignment with it. Doesn't mean I won't come in and out of alignment with it. Of course I will. But now that I see it, you can't unsee it. And I'll get to know when I am out of alignment. I don't know. Yeah. What do you
So
got there,
yeah, so
Veronica?
true. And with the frequency conversation, and you and I can go very deep on this. So this is high
Mm,
level, but when we tune into a frequency of love, a frequency of abundance, a frequency of peace, a frequency of ease, it is a frequency that you can choose to tune into regardless of what's happening in your life. And it's
yep.
tough. It can be tough because you're living with what is reality. You're living with the tangible, but there's also a choice to tune into the frequency of what you ultimately desire to experience, the pure essence of what you desire to experience, and while still seeing and living that tangible reality. And so that's a choice that we get to make to play with it. And when we do tune into it, it's just incredible what we can experience inside, and also incredible what we can start to see unfold in our external reality through that choice. And when you tune into the frequency, there's a wide range of emotions that can start to come up while you're in that frequency range. And so it's about now noticing your emotions. We talk all the time about being conscious and aware of our emotions and not identifying with the emotions, but almost like watching and observing ourselves, witnessing ourselves navigate the emotions, finding the tools and the processes to navigate the emotions that, to your point, we might get kicked out of the frequency based on what we're living, but then we can tune back in. We can tune back in. And it's an art, it's a mastery, it's a practice. It's not something that we necessarily just get overnight.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. It's not a one off.
And so
Yeah.
what was the
And
aha that came to you, Kim? There was recent aha with the seeing your
yeah.
heart. Yeah.
So recently I was in Italy, and I'm just going to say it. I was, I don't know if it's the cacao help. So I was like, yeah, I don't need to bring the cacao into this. And I was like, you know what? I am going to bring it in. So I was eating cacao like other people might eat a chocolate bar. Now, for me, that means like, maybe a gram at a time, just kind of whenever, putting it in my mouth, letting it dissolve. And so the cacao is the food of the gods. It's food for the shift. And we all know we're experiencing a huge shift on the planet right now. And so I've been playing with that. And so whether that I'm going to say it did contribute to this experience that I'm about to share. So I'm in Italy and it's tourist season. I love people. I do. I see people as a creation of art, walking, talking, breathing art with the colors, the sizes, the shapes, the smells, the essence, the vibrations, the moods, the sounds. I see it as living art. Human beings to me are living art. And so I'm sitting there somewheres in Italy and it's tourist season and I'm witnessing and observing because that's one of my superpowers. I love to sit and witness and observe. And it's like the I Spy with my little eye thing, whatever, right? It's just something I enjoy. And all of a sudden, it wasn't something I thought about. It was just something that I don't, something that happened. And I want to say it came from my heart mind. I've never used that term before, but because it didn't seem to come from a thought, didn't seem to come from my mind, but it came from my heart. And I'm just sitting there randomly. I was just noticing the world as I love to do. And out of my heart came these words or the energy or whatever that is, because I don't know. But it was really clear, and it was, show me the heart that is here. Show me the heart that is here. I barely got out the last word, and I was seeing the heart everywhere. And it was one of those experiences that once you see it, you can't unsee it. And so I'm sitting there, and it's just like it was snap of the fingers. I didn't wait for it. I didn't call it in. I didn't go looking for it. It was just this boom came out of, show me the heart that is here. And every single person, every bird, every wave, every drop of water in the ocean, everything. And it became almost like an overwhelming. No, that's not true because that's bull. That's just a word we've learned to use in this industry. Boom. No, it wasn't that it was overwhelming, but I am going to say it was a lot. Did it overwhelm me? No. It was beautiful. And once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. And it was a frequency. I was now basking in the frequency or soaking in the frequency, aligning in the frequency, being and experiencing and seeing and witnessing the frequency of the heart that was within all things, every human, right? And so, like you, Veronica, with your experience in the hospital, this one came on all on its own, just like what you do, right? And we all have this capacity. For me, it showed up as that it wasn't a question. It was almost like what would you call that? A command, a demand, an intention, I don't know, whatever. And that's how it showed up. And literally it was the tears. It was the tears of for me, I tend to want to share it with the world, and I wish everyone could see this. And why can't everyone see it? We all can. We all can. However, when we're looking at this, it was obviously activated within me. And as you said, then I could see it in my environment. But I wasn't just seeing it, I was feeling it. It was a frequency. It was an inside job that now I was able to see it in my outside world, and the tears and the tears, and it stayed, and the tears. And it was interesting because, yeah, I was able to be with that. I don't like to use the language of I was able to hold on to that because no, for me, it's not about holding on to anything that's a frequency or energy, so to speak. I mean, how long can I soak in this for? And I know I have used the language of how long can I hold on to this for. For me, it's more like how long can I soak in this for? And it was interesting. Yeah, there was some other stuff that I don't think I'm really ready to share yet. Maybe we'll see. We've got what 5 minutes left. Who knows? Uh, but anyway, yeah. And so then I was able to see it. So there were 18 of us in this group. And I was able to experience it and see it there as well. This show me the heart. It was like, even in some of the, oh my God, like even in some of the deepest, darkest looking places, that's what it looks like. That doesn't mean that that's what it is, right? Doesn't mean that that's what it is. That's what it looks like. And so when we can get beyond that and how people are showing up, including ourselves, what if there's something beyond that that is also heart? And I was in another situation, still in Italy. I'm seeing this person who is sleeping out on the cement on his newspapers. He's got himself covered with, I don't even remember what it was he had covered with himself with. And I looked over, and without even thinking about it, without having to think anything or say anything or do anything, I just looked over and I said, "Wake up, angel." Have you ever heard me use the word angel before? No, I'm that's not my language. It isn't. But that was what showed up. Wake up, angel. Because I saw this human as this, oh my God, angel. And I was sending the clarion signal or whatever that is. Wake up, angel. And it was so pure. And it wasn't, I don't want to say it wasn't coming from me. It was coming, I don't know what it was. It was like
Through
the
you.
frequency. Yeah, it was like it was coming through me. Um, those words, wake up, angel. And I was so appreciative to see that person and to be able to see the heart and to be able to be the frequency that these words showed up. Wake up, angel. In the most softest and loving, you know, kind of energy of wake up, angel. And yeah, it was like a calling. It was like a call. Yeah, it's like I see you, right? You might look like that, but I see you. Remember, it's not what it looks like, right? And anyway, so
Oh, thank
there
you
is
for
some.
sharing all of that, Kim. Oh my gosh, you activated it in me as you led us through it. I could like
Oh,
I'm like vibrating it. I'm like, oh, I can feel it. Thank you for your
oh,
willingness. You're like birthing this on the planet for everyone. So I appreciate you for that.
hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. And yeah, so what would be the takeaway? I think it would be with people to maybe set the intention and get curious. Show me the heart that is here.
Yeah.
The words is here seem to be a part of it.
It makes sense to
Because I
me.
can
Yeah.
see the heart in the ooh la la world.
Yeah.
But what about here? What about
Yeah.
right here? Show me the
Yeah.
heart that is here.
Yes.
And yeah. And so I would suggest just play with that. And I would love any feedback
Yeah.
around it. And thank you for sharing that. You could feel that, Veronica, and that it actually activated it within you because that's what
Totally.
energetics is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. And yeah, I love the contemplation, right? And to your point, it's almost like there's like, my experience has been, it's like almost like there's all these filters. And so we're seeing the reality in front of us and we have all these filters. And so some people are seeing, the homeless man with judgment and criticism. I know of many people in my life that would have that. And as you start to do this work and tune into these frequencies, the filters start to lift and you start to see the truth, right? And so that's kind of my analogy of it in terms of how I experience it. Like you're seeing the same thing, you're still seeing the man on the sidewalk, but your experience and the knowing within
Mm,
you and like the vantage point of what you see is completely different.
yep.
When we allow ourselves to have these contemplations.
And the frequency. And this is, the thing of be the change you want to see in the world,
Exactly. Thank you
right?
for sharing.
Ah, you're welcome, babe.
Beautiful. I
I love
appreciate
you.
it. I love you too. I love everyone listening. And if you think this could benefit anyone, we appreciate any shares, any recommendations, any comments, any subscriptions, all of the love. That's how we can get ourselves out there. So really appreciate your encouragement. And again, to Kim's point, if you have anything you'd like to share in terms of the specific conversation, you can reach out to us and we're happy to hear from you.
Excellent.
Until next time.
Ta ta for now.